Well, last episode, PSG announced a huge signing of Zinedine Zidane as their manager to get a boost in the league, but now we announce some huge news of our own this time out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Respect the Jeff, back here with Paris FC. It's a cup game coming up next, but like I mentioned, we have some huge news of our own to announce. Well, the whole reason that PSG even had to bring in Zidane and refresh their squad is because we're doing so well and growing, and I think to reflect that, it is time to really grow the club and work on a brand new stadium to help us reach our huge goals for success. And like I've said this entire career, the goal is to become not only a solid team, but literally become the best team in France. And I think we need a big, shiny new stadium to do that. Our new rich owners are willing to back it, and it won't be ready just yet, but construction has started, and we will see it pretty soon coming up in the next season or two. But in the meantime, we charge on here, sitting in 6th place as we continue to develop this team. PSG are still the runaway favorites for the league, 52 points. We have some work to do if we want to catch them. But like I said, before we get back to the league, we have a cup game coming up next, and I'm going to rotate. We have some players who haven't featured too much this season. Ousmane Camara and Dante are going to be our center backs. I think Piet is starting to lose some sharpness. And youngsters like Benama and Bolosian, who could be the future of French football, need time to develop, so they're going to get minutes in this game. Let's see who can catch our eye. Up top, we're limited by injuries, so it's going to be actually left back Cornet playing as a right mid, Warren Caddy up top alongside Alexandre Mitrita. Let's get to it. All right, here we go. A very interesting lineup indeed for Paris FC today. Some new faces in the squad, some new positions, especially for players that we have seen a lot of. New signing Maxwell Cornet obviously just came in last episode. He played really well as a left wing back playing in a back five, but we have so many injuries right now that I switched things up a little bit to deal with that just for the time being. We're going to go 4 at the back, which means Cornet, with all his offensive prowess, is actually going to play on the right. I think being left-footed, he can cut in and really make some shots in at goal. Let's see if this works out for us. It is a bit of a risk. And here we have a player who hasn't played really since preseason in Camara, playing out of the back line. I really hyped him up in the first season, but he had a rough go of it in preseason, not in the best form, and I think we need to be careful with his development. So here we go, he's getting minutes here, and another player getting minutes is Warren Caddy, who we haven't seen much of with the new signings up top, but on we go. Benama cracks a shot at goal. It's deflected and sent wide, but a first touch of the ball from the young center mid, who is hyped up as one of the most promising young French talents in the entire world. I think you should remember the name. I think in real life he'll probably be a solid player coming into FIFA. I did mod him into the game, so he's not available if you guys are playing, but like I said, a fantastic young talent and definitely one to watch in real life. Samuel Piet now plays the ball forward, and on we go with Benama, twisting and turning, and picks out a lovely pass for Bolosian, who's the other young wonder kid in the team, but he can't hold his man off. Ball given away there, and on goes play. It's been a pretty uneventful tie so far. The opposition little ball over the top is offsides, and I think that will favor us as the game goes on here. They're kind of unable to get anything going. Maxwell Cornet really well there, looking for a return pass. Caddy step overs to play the ball through for Benama. Lovely touch, even better shot at goal. Lovely save from the goalkeeper. That probably should have been the opening goal, but it's a good sign of intent there from Benama, who has looked wonderful so far in this game. And there's a reason that we signed him, and he's been so promising for the team. Cornet now, the latest to get a shot at goal, but he's the first one to finish for the team. What a good start to life he's having here. And I mean, we explicitly signed him for his versatility. I know he's a left back on paper in the game, but his stats almost look like more of a midfielder. He's playing as a winger in this game. He's scoring goals. He can kind of do it all. I have no doubt that he could probably play in the middle of the pitch as well, but I think on the wings is where we could use him the most because he's so fast, and I think his best attributes are dribbling, passing, things like that. So we'll see exactly where he fits long term, but for now, no matter what the formation, he seems like he will fit in just fine. We take it to the second half here, still the 1 goal in front, but still all to play for here. We've looked good, but not that convincing by any stretch, so we definitely need some more work to do if we want to keep ourselves in front here. But on we go, keeping up the pressure here. Banama and Piet pressing up really high up the pitch, and Piet does really well to win the ball back, and Banama clean through on goal. Surely this will be his chance. One-on-one with the keeper, stutter step, and he cannot sneak it past. Hugely disappointing. The overhead kick from Belosian also goes wide of the net. I think it was offsides anyways. That was his chance, Banama. He's played really well. I don't want to be too critical of him, but that probably should have been a goal. Haidara now playing at left back, who we haven't seen too much of just yet, especially with the new signing Cornet, but in the back four, he does have his space here. Mitrita, the latest to pull a shot off. The tide's starting to flow very much back in our favor, but we're unable to grab a second just yet. Corchia playing it right back, who's also been displaced. Tobias been playing more there, top of the box. And now Banama takes a huge deflection, but I guess he gets his goal. I don't know if that's going to go down as an own goal or not, but Maisan Banama has been deadly all night regardless. He couldn't finish the 1v1, which was disappointing, but whether it's an own goal or of his own doing, he gets us a goal somehow in this game to make it 2, and I think really make things look good in our favor so far. Yeah, probably going to be an own goal. Took a huge deflection, but he's looked lively, the center mid, and I think he's definitely showing signs of his promise. And there we have it again, doing well to get the ball forwards. Banama, lovely little link-up play here with Belosian, eventually given away there. The opposition continues on here. Still a lot of game left to play here, 20 minutes left. We just got to make sure we stay in control of this game here. Sumare coming in. We just can't seem to win the ball back. And on goes the opposition here. Again, Banama gotten the better of by Ndong, who's coming in. And now Ange Chiesa, the substitute center back, who we have not seen too much of this season, comes flying in to win the ball back here. It's probably as good as a goal, if we're being honest. It's Polersbeck, a goalkeeper who, again, we haven't seen too much from this season either. Getting the ball away here. Kamara looking to play it out. Just got to stay in control of this game at this point. It looks to be ours for the taking. Only a couple minutes remaining in the match. 15, I guess, to be specific. Belosian, ball over the top, looking for Vinicius. Tobias, lovely touch, and he can't finish. He's still looking for his first goal for the club, but he has been a huge threat all season long. That easily could have been a third, but in the end, it won't matter. We're coming away with a win from this one. The whistle blows. A mature performance from a pretty young side out there, 2-0. Everyone involved looked pretty solid. I think there's definite room to improve, but promising signs for sure, and I think we're just getting a sign of how good our youth is. All right, well, how about a bit of good news for a change? Gaetan Lora is back from injury. We've missed him, if we're being honest here. We've done okay in his absence, but he's probably our star player between him and Wabi Kazri. The two of them, especially together, I think are even better than either one individually. So that's going to be a huge boost for the team. And Alexandre Mitrita, another offer coming in from him, this time from Nice, who are one of the better sides in our current division and are looking to lure him away. But not only are we not looking to lose him, especially on deadline day, we're not looking to lose one of our better players. Although Banama is one who gets an offer in. It's a loan to buy. I definitely don't want to sell him. I think he's an important player for the future, but if they'll take him, he can go out on loan here, and as deadline day winds down, that is exactly what happens. So it's Banama who goes out on loan. Obviously, we brought in Maxwell Cornet as well, but outside of that, that was it for January. Kovic, I think, went out on loan as of January. We worked out a deal earlier, but not too much need to bring many players into the squad at this point. We have a really solid team, and thankfully, although Husni and Diakite are both now out, Laura is back, and we look to have most of our talented players still in the squad. Although we have a huge game coming up next. It is PSG. The big question now is, how do we line up? The back five that we were doing had a two-striker formation, and I know Laura's fit, but he's definitely not ready to start, and Laren is our only striker at the moment, so I'm actually going to roll it back to a back four here. Haidara's going to play at left back because I think he fits in well here. We need Cornet up top with our lack of fit attackers at the moment. I think he did a good job there, though, and I think we're going to play Piet, especially in midfield, to try to keep things shaped up defensively. And this is, if you guys remember, the formation that we beat PSG with earlier in the season, so I think especially that considered. We'll switch things up. I don't know exactly if we're going to stick with a back five or a back four long term, but this seems to make the most sense going into the game. All the questions in the press conference here are about the fact that we beat PSG last time. Not to put too much pressure on us, but we know it's possible, so we're going to go out there full of confidence. We've had good results in the last couple of games, and really all season long. So a lot of excitement going into this one. Let's get to it. All right, the biggest game of our season. It happens twice a year as we take on our bitter rivals, Paris Saint-Germain. Now, this is a newly freshened squad from what we've seen in the past. They made some big signings earlier. They brought in players like Kingsley Coman, who it shows how good they are. He's not even starting in this game, but they have an absolutely star-studded squad. Zinedine Zidane at the helm, and they're running rampant in the league at the moment. Far and away the #1 team. They have a really solid midfield, players like Kessié and Brozovic. It's the same front three that we knew and loved when we were coaching there. Neymar Jr., Mbappe has decided to stay until they win the Champions League. So he's still at the helm as the striker here at PSG, looking to take them and make them the best team in the world. And then obviously Messi on the right-hand side is also a huge one to watch out for. He was absolutely on fire when we were in charge, and it really hasn't slowed down. I think he's the #2 goal scorer just behind Mbappe in the league. So we have some really intense attacking threat coming our way, but we dealt with it okay last time and we were able to grind out a win. So we just need to keep our heads confident in this game, be able to play out from the back, and that's exactly what we're doing so far, trying to control the tempo of the game. And here we go, the captain, Axel Bamba, the Youth Academy center back prospect turned starter for this team, and it's been excellent so far from Paris FC. Wahbi Khazri can't quite get on the end of that ball. I think the one thing we're going to miss in this game is Gaëtan Lora. He was the one last episode, or last time rather, that we played PSG, making runs in behind and opening the space up, and although Larin is a solid player, he's not that fast, and it is probably going to hurt us in a game like this where the counterattack is going to be all important. We just saw Khazri's not the quickest either, but we'll have to find goals from somewhere. Lucas Zidane steps up to make a huge save in front of his father, who's managing the opposition in this game, and he keeps us in front, or level rather, not in front. We have a lot to do if we want to score a goal here. Madrita trying to close down. It's Neymar Jr. Brozovic, top of the box, pass played in behind. It's given away, and it's a sloppy clearance there, straight back to the feet of the opposition, and it's Achraf Hakimi who gets forward and sinks that one into the roof of the net. Well, that is the exact kind of mistake that we can't be making against a team like PSG. One of the best teams in the world. They won the league the last 3 seasons running. They look to be doing it again. And we're trying to get in their way here, but so far it's not quite working out. We find ourselves a goal down, and that's going to be a tough mountain to climb for us. Although we've done it before, so we just got to keep faith and keep getting forwards here. Boubakary Soumaré trying to get forwards, and again, doesn't quite come off. We're going to have trouble here finding success on the counter, really with all of the forwards players. Maxwell Cornet might be our best option playing on the right. I guess Matrita, fair play on the left as well. Both of them are rapid, but we got to make the most of our wingers here. Mbappe, and make sure we do better defensively. Kessié, it's deflected. Lionel Messi there to clean it up. Makes it just 20 minutes into the game here. Things already looking to be in very, very bad shape for Paris FC. It's an away matchup. They're in front of the home fans, in front of the stadium that we used to call home way back in the day. Paris FC not having the best start to life here in this game. Ball over the top is a hopeful one for Cornet, who does really well to take the ball down to feet. He's been a powerhouse up top so far, and he lays up. Wahbi Khazri, oh, he does so well to get the ball out from his feet, and a really good finish on it too, but Donnarumma makes an excellent diving save with some comfortable hands there to just about tip it out for a corner kick. Well, we're giving it all we've got, but the all we've got hasn't been good enough here as Paris Saint-Germain find their way in behind for a third time, looking to sneak it through, can't quite finish, but it's patient build-up play here, and Neymar goes down so easy in the box, no way! It's a penalty given. That's a dive for sure. I got to see a look at that replay here, but that is weak stuff. It's about as soft of a call as you will see given. I don't even know if that's appropriate contact made, to be fair, but it could be 3 here, and it probably would put the game to bed. PSG step up. Mbappe looking to come back to bite us. It's off the crossbar. Thank God. Just about seen out there. 30 minutes into the game. It's been all action, and mostly action against us so far here. Wahbi Khazri can't get the legs on Marquinhos, and again, it's that lack of pace down the middle that prevents us from getting anything off of a counter-attack here. Ball played in again, headed, it's off the crossbar. Mbappe, oh, another chance, another goal. PSG goes 3 in front. And it's Mbappe who effectively lost us the PSG job. He was pushing for a move to Real Madrid and eventually ended up deciding he was going to stay here at PSG until they won the Champions League, which he is trying to make happen desperately. And he's scoring goals against us. And so is Messi. That's another goal for probably the best player of all time, who's making a case for himself again to make it 4. Well, this went from not a good start to completely out of our control at this point. My God, what a strike. Perfect top corner, and they got 4 goals before halftime. Well, I don't know exactly where it went all wrong for Paris FC, but it just continues to get worse. Messi twisting and turning, simply outclassed. Brozovic gets forward and makes it even worse. 53 minutes into the game, everything they touch turns to gold, and we just haven't been able to really impose ourselves on this game at all. It's Lionel Messi at the center of it all, too. He's got 2 goals. He set up that assist. So it's some substitutes now. Both wingers coming off. It's Lopez and Gaetan Lora coming on. We're going 3 at the back. We're going to try to just make something of this game at least. And at least, hopefully, we can get our best striker back up and running to some fitness in this game. It's Khazri, though, who makes the difference, pulling a goal back there. Link-up play with our current striker, Kyle Larin. Ah, my God, this is telling, isn't it? Lionel Messi comes off, and it's probably the best winger in the world, or up there with him, and Kingsley Coman, who has grown to 88 overall in this save, and it's just an embarrassment of riches up there for PSG, and although we have a rich owner of our own, it's just not quite the same yet. Gaetan Lora looking to get back to form there. Dangerous run in behind like we know he can do. Couldn't quite finish, but it is a threatening sign here. PSG keep on going, though, and it is Coman who finds a 6th. Simply embarrassing at this point. We're just leaking goals for fun, and they're running rampant up top. Just free-flowing attacking play. Some of the best players in the world, all in that attacking front 3, and even coming off the bench. That's a sobering defeat for the team. They've made other signings like Kessié, Alexandro, definitely the best team in the world in this save so far, and we have a huge mountain to climb if we want to get on level terms with them. 6-1. Well, I'm not going to lie, that one hurts. I went pretty confident into that game, but it's a sobering display. It shows just how big the gap is between not only them and us, but them and everyone in the division, and most of the teams in the world at this point. I think in the context of this career mode save, they have the best team by a lot. It's 85 overall, which is crazy, and they just keep getting better. They've made some huge signings, and they just keep growing for the future. So we have some big work to do ahead of us, but it's back to the cup up next. Taking a look at where we stand in the division, though, I'll take a quick look at the Ligue 1 standings. We're down to 9th place, which is disappointing for sure after such a great start, but only a couple points separate us. We're still 1 win off of a top 6 spot, so nothing to get too disappointed about yet, but we need to make a quick return to form. In the meantime, if you guys want to help out with this series, join the Discord. Links in the description. It's free. It'll cost you nothing, and I would love to see all of you in there giving good feedback. A huge shout out to everyone who's already doing that. All of you who are active in the Discord chat. Hugely thankful, and genuinely, you're all responsible for helping shape this career. So we move on with the series. If you guys have been enjoying it so far, consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me out a lot. We will roll on with the entertainment. Some big news coming up again in the next couple of episodes. You won't want to miss it. And I'll be back soon with that next one. But until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.